What's going on, you guys and girls? Here we are back with some more Outriders, and today I'm going to be showing you one little trick that may well help you to gear up, may well help you to get through expeditions faster and get the stuff you need. So if you're looking to get those legendary items and you want to know the best way, then stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back, you guys and girls. As always, Full Things Gaming, Full Things Xbox, and of course a lot more Outriders and fun gameplay along the way, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. But for today, I'm here to show you how you can get the best out of expeditions and how you can get legendaries at probably a slightly faster rate. So as you know, if you're gearing up, you're probably going to be making your way over to this table here, you're going to be hitting endgame and you're going to be going on to the expeditions. Once you're at expeditions, your main goal is basically to reach the highest tier, which at the moment is this one just up here, tier 15. Now if you go on to anything at tier 15, if you have a little look, because you're at the toughest tier level, your chance of getting a legendary is 25% and epic is 75%, meaning that you should, fingers crossed, hopefully get a legendary as soon as you get to the drop pod at the end of the mission, and as long as you've completed it to that gold standard, you've got the highest chance of getting it. Now I must admit, after doing an absolute abundance, and I mean abundance, of tier 15s on gold, I had a little look on Reddit because I was starting to get a little bit frustrated at the really low drop chance. I was having no joy, it was taking me quite a long time to complete some of them, and I just wanted to know if there was a slightly better way. So what I did is I had a little look on the internet, I had a little search on Reddit, and I came across a discussion where someone was saying that if you drop the level, so just over here, if I chuck it straight down to there, which is 13, it meant that I was still doing pretty much the same amount of damage as I pretty much was in 15s. I wasn't losing any of the scaling, I was melting everything like butter, but I was doing it much faster. So if you have a little look, you've lost a bit of percentage. The legendary is 15% now instead of 25. But believe you me, especially on solo, I found this just worked and made it really easy. I was going through the missions really fast, and I was just clearing everything at a much quicker and easier pace. I would say there's almost no chance of dying unless you're really unlucky or if your build isn't kind of up to scratch yet. Even so, if you can manage a 13 at that, it will still be the best, rather than going on to the 14s or 15s and dying constantly or getting silvers. Going for that 13 and going for the golds, which is a lot easier, I tell you, than getting the actual golds on 15s. Yeah, basically going for the 13s and trying to make your way through them seemed to be a lot easier. Obviously the health pool is much lower. If I show you how much I did at the end of one of them, it's round about 80 million. Compared to a 15, I think it was probably at about 230 million I was doing, give or take. The difference in health is absolutely ridiculous, and you will knock off an abundance of time. I would honestly say there's a few ones that you should try as well. So the ones that I found best for myself, and I'm guessing in most cases, will be Archways of Enoch, Scorched Lands. If you're struggling to complete it to a timely fashion, Scorched Lands gives you a very big timer. Both of these are slightly more lenient because of the large timer. You have a lot longer to do them, it seems to be a bit easier to get in and get that gold. So if you're struggling to get gold even on 13s, I would recommend Archways of Enoch or Scorched Lands. If you're absolutely smashing content and you're looking to do something a little bit faster, then probably your best bet will be Boomtown or Chemplant. If you're doing those on 13s, you will absolutely run straight through them. This will mean you'll be able to do a lot more of them. Obviously you'll have a slightly less chance of dropping that legendary, but because of how many more you'll be getting done, because of not dying, not having any issues, not missing any golds, basically you're going to be guaranteed that gold as long as your kind of build is up to par. It will mean you'll clear an absolute abundance more. Now I actually tried this and I must admit it definitely does work. For myself, I thought clearing them on 13s seemed to be really nice, really easy, and it kind of gave me a little break because, to be perfectly honest, when I was doing the 15s I was having no joy anyway. So running a few more and then getting a couple of golds seemed to be really nice on the 13s. Now however, there is one thing I would say, and that is if you can scale it up to 14 or 15 and you find yourself doing the same kind of times, so 15 15 you probably won't be, but if you have a really good team, when I was running it with a duo and both of us were very, very strong, we were getting the timer down absolutely amazingly. And in that case, I think if you're running with a very strong group, maybe 14s and 15s might be the way to go, as long as you are doing it to a really timely fashion. If you find that you are just about making it on time with the gold, it's probably best to drop it down a little bit. But if you find that you're coming in with absolutely minutes to spare and you're smashing all of the ads, because all of you as a group do that much damage, so for example if you have a pyromancer boosting all the damage, you had a trickster and you probably had a technomancer, you very well could be able to do 15s, but you'd need to do it in a really nice group to be able to clear them in a timely fashion. Like I said, at the moment, especially for solo play, I have been finding that dropping it to 13 and just running through the content, even though I'm not guaranteed a legendary every time, it doesn't matter, because even when I was doing it on 15s, I was finding exactly the same thing. So for myself, at the moment, I would say if you're trying to gear up on legendaries, if you're trying to make sure that you get them to a timely fashion, and if you want a much easier time of it, drop it to 13, smash through the content, get yourself some absolutely amazing gear, and then if you wanted to boost it back up to 15 once you are completely perfect in build, you very well could do. Right, all you gamers, I hope that's helped a little bit. Obviously, if you didn't want to do 13s, you very well don't have to. You can do 14s, you can do 15s, do whatever your heart desires, but basically at the moment it seems to be 13 gives you the most bang for your buck, just about, by getting legendaries and making sure it is a guaranteed gold at a very timely fashion. As always, I hope that's helped. For more Outriders, for more gamers, take care. I'll see you on next day.